Well, what's happening, YouTube? It's not too many nights you see me out here with two of the finest ladies in all of the United States. We got Nita the Diva, and she got on her Shaka Khan. And then we got Moochie, who went on and put on some of that Moochie stick. It ain't lipstick, it's Moochie stick. How you ladies doing tonight?
Chocolate.
Here she go.
Chocolate for the chocolate girl.
Here she go. Here she go. You gonna get yourself in trouble talking about that chocolate all the time, Nutella. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we decided to come in here tonight to talk about the new show on Stars called Run the World, created by Lee Davenport and some of the creators from some of the good old sitcoms we've seen in the past, such as Living Single and a few others. And we just wanted to go ahead and break the ground on episode 1, kind of give you guys a quick little review of what's going on and see what you guys' feelings were when the show came out. And so as we get started, let me shout out the people who are in the building watching this right now. We've got Ghost Blue, we've got Buzz, we've got Tim, we got a couple of people coming in here. And as we start to get this thing cranking up, ladies, the first question I have to you guys is, before we dive into the review, what does this show remind you of the most? Is it Living Single? Is it Girlfriends? Is it Sex in the City? And I'll come to you first, Nita. What do you feel like is the essence of this show?
It's the Black Sex in the City, but the comparison is Girlfriends, because we've already had the Black Sex in the City. So yeah,
Okay.
that's where I'm at. Girlfriend,
Okay.
Sex in the City.
My homegirl Moochie, how do you feel about that?
I feel like it is the Black Sex in the City. It is a little bit of the Girlfriends, but I really didn't watch Girlfriends like that.
Okay.
But I watched Living Single. So I think it's a combination of all of that with the comedy. And this is the first show, just the introduction to the characters. I loved it.
Right. And we're gonna help the audience understand each and every character, because y'all know Moochie be taking good notes. If you about to go take a SAT, you want to have Moochie on your team, because she gonna take notes. Your ass is gonna get 1,600 on that SAT, and that's for sure. But before we get down into this, let me give you guys a little few clips of what went down from this first episode, and then we'll go ahead and start breaking this thing on down, because first episode of most TV shows, you kind of got to get a feel where they're going, how it's going to be. And I would say it was enough going on in here for me to want to watch it throughout the next 5 episodes to see where they're going. Take a look.
Am I in a state?
Like right now or generally?
I mean, are Black women in a state?
Well, I'm trying to be in a state of relaxation, and you're killing my vibe.
This weekend I am a black girl gone wild, and I will do anything I want. Anything.
A black girl going wild. She's going to do anything she wants. So the dynamic for this story, it stars around the main character, who is Ella, and she is what they said in the credits, a failed writer. And now she's getting a job with a music company. And guess who's the head of this music company? My girl from Living Single, Erica Alexander. Y'all know I rocks with the chocolate. It ain't even no hiding it for me. I deals with the chocolate. But before we dive into those points of contention, Moochie, let's talk a little bit about Ella's character. Break Ella's characters down and what you think that people can expect from her this season.
Ella's character is basically, she's getting her confidence back with her writing, because she had the book and it really did bad. So I guess she figured once she wrote the book that she was going to be done with writing for these like magazines and things of that nature. So now she's writing for the thing is called T. I forgot. I got it written down. It's called T something. Where she's writing for this article, and she had a failed relationship too. I guess the guy went MIA on her.
Right.
His excuse was he had to leave town. So, and that basically ended their relationship.
Talking about Pretty Boy Floyd right here.
Yeah.
Now Now, are we going to get on the horse, Moochie, or are we just going to?
No, I'm sorry. I got to get off the horse. My bad.
Yeah. We're going to get to that in a minute. So
I get the horse running tonight.
So I'm about to pull it on you. So then we've got another character who, out of the four ladies, there's four ladies on this dynamic cast. Each one of them has their own individual flavor, so to speak. So you do, and they're all professionals. You do have the hood girl. So Nita, introduce the hood girl here. Tell us her name and what do you think is the background of her story?
She is a whole mess. Moochie, what's her name?
Renee.
I know her personality type. I got it. I just didn't get the name. Okay, so Renee, she is a mess.
I like her.
She's the one that had the most personality for me. Oh my goodness. I'm not gonna jump the gun, but she is one of those get it how you live, like we out here doing it. We dipping it and doing it. And
Okay.
like one of the ones that just like really she tries to stick up for herself. You remember the title of the episode is called Phenomenal Woman. And of course, in this particular clip, she dropped that line to this white girl. So it seems like we're going to be dealing with some microaggressions, with, you know, the things that Black women have to deal with and stuff like that. So we kind of showcase that in this episode.
Right. And in that scene, she had a Karen that she thought was hounding her. And come to find out in the end, Karen wasn't hounding her. Dude had put her sandwich right there on the thing, and she just saw it late. But it gives you the essence of what Sister's been having to deal with from these Karens running around here. And so now, Mooch, I'm going to come back to you because this was a character who I found interesting. And for my fellas, they did have what we think is a positive male. They had this brother right here, and they had this young lady who's dealing with him. This young lady right here. So, Mooch, I'm going to come to you with her. So basically, she is dating this brother right here. He has a kid, and she stepped into the role of kind of being the mother figure in his daughter's life. And she actually works underneath him. He's a professor, and I think she's some kind of associate.
Right. She's like his student, though.
Right, student. And what's her name, Mooch, and where you think we're going?
Shandy and Matthew.
Shandy and Matthew. And ladies and gentlemen, I know Mooch is going to say it, but they started this episode out with these two having a semi-steamy love scene. Then we walk in there and get to meet his daughter, which is this beautiful little baby right here. As this Negro is cooking breakfast like he daggone in Baby Boy, cooking breakfast. He won't naked, but he was cooking that breakfast. And so, Mooch, where do you think they're going to take her character this season?
I feel like they're having issues right now with he's saying she's overstepping her bounds, but you got her doing parental things to me. And I understand she's a 6-year-old, but he doesn't understand she's still a Black little girl. And when and I don't want to get too far ahead. I'll wait till we get there. But
okay.
I feel like they have like they're right from where we see it right now. At first, I thought they were married.
I did too.
I thought they was married, and the one that is married is Renee.
We're gonna talk about her. You're talking about this sister,
no,
right?
the one before, the Harlem chick that was in the bodega. She's married.
Yeah, she is married, and this chick right here is married too. And
no, she's getting married.
She's getting married, and her name is what, Moochie?
Her name is Whitney.
Whitney. And Nita, I don't even have to give Whitney to you because I figured out Whitney's problem. Whitney was one of these people that never had an opportunity to kind of be wild. And now that she's a couple of steps away from getting married, she wanted to go ahead and ride that wild wave. Fill in the blank for me, Nita. What am I missing about this character?
I didn't get to give my commentary on
Oh, my bad. Let me go.
I didn't get to give my commentary on Renee, but go ahead.
Go ahead. Hey, go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Mooch.
Okay, so with Renee, she's Harlem. That's Harlem right there with the way they dress and the Harlem girls. She looks like Harlem and Queens because that's how some Queens girls are too.
So you mean they like door knocker?
Taking the one and getting your sandwich before you get on that train.
and wearing fur with door knocker earrings. She got on 2 sets. She got on 1 set of door knocker earrings and a small set. So you said that's,
and if she got a third hole, she probably got a little stud in the back.
okay. Well, y'all obviously know Moochella is nothing but NYC bread. She telling on everybody. Now we'll swing your way, Nita. Talk about this woman right here.
Okay, now this woman is very interesting for me. Like, she's up there, one of my favorites. You know, she's one of my favorites. So, you know, what I caught from her is that, you know, it's a problem that a lot of women have where you're doing more than you really should be, and you don't have a title, or you don't have the status. You don't
You're
have.
saying it right. She doesn't have the title.
She doesn't have it, and so you know you got to tread lightly when you are in that. So I'm so excited to see where this goes. And she is one of those woke sisters. She's one of those love yourself sisters, and she's trying to teach that little baby girl. When she gave her them brown ballet shoes, she was like, "Look, we brown girls, and this is how we doing it." You know what I'm saying? We not wearing pink slippers because our legs ain't pink. We wearing brown slippers, and it's going all over the little girl's head. But at the end of the day, I feel like the little girl will probably end up appreciating it later. She doesn't appreciate it now.
And he doesn't understand that all to me.
Right. So yeah, and they had a good relationship, and I almost thought they were all a married family, a unit, but something in that scene told me like, no, I don't think so. I think she's like a stand-in.
Yeah, they had me fooled too till I realized he lives one place, she lives in another place, and they just really are in a relationship.
But that whole entire scene, I thought they was married with the
tuition
check and all of that. I thought they was. I didn't realize they was married until we went further into the episode.
Right. And I was sitting here mad as hell because them pancakes look good. Brother did him some breakfast. I mean, she put that Timonia on him, got his ass up making breakfast. So we've covered the individuals that make up this quartet, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful sisters, all professional. They all got their own information. So let's go ahead and start on in with Ella. And like we said in the very beginning, Ella is working with this music conglomerate, and she gets sent to have to go and cover Soulja Boy because they're touting him as the first how can we say this, YouTube sensation that wind up helping other people in the rap industry get a deal. And so when we go and start with that, I'll come to you, Nita. What did this make you think about this character and where she was going to be going?
The only thing I was thinking is that, you know, don't get too high and mighty, because the ones you see up may be the ones you're going to see on your way back down. I feel like he had one of those type of moments, and it's not
she didn't have her real moment yet. She about to, though.
So
speak
on it, Moochie.
Go ahead.
Speak on it, Moochie.
She had to humble herself to get this job.
Right.
We realized that when she's telling her what she has, the interview that she has to do. And she is funny, Bob. I always liked her comedy when she was in Living Single. So I feel like this is Max, but she's not a lawyer anymore.
Exactly.
But I love it. I'm here for it.
And I hope they keep her around too, because I'm a big fan of Erica Alexander.
Yes. Yes, I love her.
Yep. Okay. And then we're going to bounce on over to Nita's favorite character so far. And for those that didn't know, the young lady with the gold herringbone, she was in America's Next Top Model. And we see our girl having a discussion with these people. Moochie, break down this discussion that they was having.
She told them a little bit too much, though. I'm like, why is she? All she had to do was be like, even if they was like, oh, you're Amila's, I think Amari's mother, And she was like, "No, I'm the girlfriend that does it." She went into a whole spew. I'm like, "You giving TMI too much information."
I thought it was supposed to be on the down low, and
But that's when I actually found out. I was like, "Oh shoot, she's not." I thought she was the wife.
Mm-hmm.
The whole thing away. I was like, "Oh, is that what we doing?" Like, I mean,
so
all the beans.
If they're supposed to be on the down low because he's the professor, she's the student type thing,
Lock and key.
Who do you think is getting frustrated that they can't go explicit? You think it's her or him? It would appear to me that it's her wanting everybody to know this is my man. I'm playing the role of the mom now, and maybe it's him because he's the one who's the professional. Who, if something happens, is his ass, Mr. Postman, not hers. So,
well, she's going to get kicked out. So they both got things they could lose in this.
She could get kicked out, but she could probably go back to another school. He might lose his job, and he might never get another job because they frown on men fraternizing with the students. Frown on it.
Oh, like the other professor?
Oh my God! Here you go. Don't. I was ignoring Nita.
Look,
talking about lock and key.
I don't know why I thought about key lock when you said that.
Oh my Lord! Here y'all go with this. Moving right along. I can't with y'all women. Lord have mercy. So then we get on, and I actually like this lady too because she's supposed to be paying for the girls' classes, right? Yeah. And this chick gonna come out of her mouth and say she don't look the part, basically telling that the little girl need to be put on a damn diet, basically what she was trying to tell her. And she was like, honey, give me that check back. She will not be going here. Right. Nita, I'm going to come to you first. When this happened, what was going through your mind?
Okay, so first of all, I feel like she really did overstep. She overstepped for sure. But for good reason. For good reason. When you're faced with those type of microaggressions against you, and I don't think that she was saying that the little girl was overweight. She was saying that maybe you should get around the curve because of our ethnicity. Black women are known to be a little heavier and thicker, and we're not built like the Euro, body type. So that's what she was trying to say. But the little girl was 6 years old. Give me a goddamn break. Like,
right.
So when she snatched that check, first of all, the check was late. Dad, why the hell was the check late? Number one. Number two, why the hell am I taking a check and gotta get the brunt of what this lady is dishing out? Like, she was getting on my nerves. She worked my nerves.
She should have just told him what happened. I gave them the check, but you really need to look into this school. Right. And when she saw the class with the girls, she was the darkest one in there.
Yeah, she certainly was. And so I guess she kind of, like you said, she woke now. So she's looking at this stuff like something ain't adding up here. And I would have felt some kind of way if someone is telling my girlfriend, who I actually trust enough to take my daughter around places, if you're giving these innuendos that we can't have your child here because of the way your body is shaped, and like you said, the girl is 6 years old, she's average size, I don't want to hear that. I mean,
then she said the comment before that about the financial issue.
Well,
I was like, all right, I get it, but she brushed that one off.
Right.
But then when she said the second comment about the nutrition and all of that, that's what we was like, you know what? Give me my money. Like that's
you might can let her get away with the being late with the money because dad should have been on time. You know what I'm saying? I get that. But even then, it's tone deaf to be chastising somebody about it. Either you're going to accept the money with a late fee or you're not going to accept the money at all. Keep it like that. You don't got to be running off at the mouth about these situations. Damn, man. Like, come on, man. I wasn't feeling this lady.
Classic Karen passive aggressiveness.
Okay. Well, there was something that caught me and my wife's eye. The girls, they go out, having them a little drinks, having a little talk, little midday thing. And then bam, this pops up. And bam. And me and my wife was talking. We was like, I I was like, honey, if you ever want to see real breasts that are big, this is it. And I said, she was like, how you know they real? I think they real. How you know? I was like, because she's wearing a bra that lifts them like that. They're not surgically lifted like that. There's something holding them.
Can tell there's no like round circle underneath there, like a little imprint.
Exactly. And the girl in this scene actually even acknowledged that her breast was on fleek. So I'm gonna come to you first, Moochie. Break down this scene and how you was feeling and what you thought was going on.
That's how the bartenders do be. They got to get their tips, yo.
That's right.
That's how they get their tips.
Look, from men and women.
Exactly. You see how she caressed her head on there.
Exactly. And I would have wanted to reach out and get me some milk too, but I digress. So go ahead, Mooch. Break the scene down for the audience.
All right. Well, basically, they were getting the wedding invitations ready.
Mm-hmm.
And with this wedding is turning into her mother's thing, and basically she's lost control of it already because it's now went up to so many people. So the wedding is actually her soon-to-be husband and her mother's or their guests. And she basically confirmed that.
Mm-hmm. She didn't seem too thrilled about it. Nita, what was your estimation of this particular scene?
Yeah, I think, a lot of times women in society, we are forced to try to find a man, find a husband. And if he's well-to-do, and that's what it seemed like this guy is he's well-to-do. He's from the Nigerian or the African culture. Mm-hmm. Because they was talking about her dress, her headdress, and all this other stuff. And she seems like she's the furthest from that. Like she doesn't seem like she is like, what in the world? You're marrying into an African. Look at her. Like, what, girl? What? Like
what? She can't marry an African. She can't be coming to America 3.
I don't know, but look at her crib though. It's lit.
Yeah, the crib is nice. And then she up there on that $5,000 bike. What's the Peloton? She up there spinning and mixing. I mean, she said already. Like I said, all these women are boss women in their own right already.
Right. It seems like she's an executive somewhere. Yeah, that's what I said.
She's a type A type person.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So after we leave the club and we leave this beautiful set right here, I mean, just absolutely immaculate set.
Thank you, Lamont.
Of course, I love the sisters.
Ella, and it's Renee, Ella, and what's her name?
We know you got that notebook.
Yeah, I got my notebook.
we know you got that notebook.
Y'all gotta forgive us.
It's Renee, Ella. Sandy goes and meets her with the boyfriend because she gets a text.
Right.
So Renee, Ella, and Whitney, they go to the Soldier Boy thing.
And here we go. I got you, Mooch. I got you. So they come up in here and they gave these chicks black superhero music. Do you hear me? From the time they was walking in to the time they actually get in. And I liked all the outfits, by the way. But this is when things start taking a weird loop. So homegirl is about to get married. Run up on this brother right here who Ella says, this is community dick. Now, do I need to explain to y'all what community dick is? I won't. Look it up. But she says, girl, you don't want none of that. And but homegirl has kind of never had that wild fleshed out of her yet. So she looking at him with the googly eyes. He buying her drinks and what may have you. And Ella warned her. So Ella went on about her business, and this girl goes on about her business. Then we get into Ella's story a little deeper. So this is where Ella sees, oh boy, who she can't get nobody to screw the taste of him out of her mouth. All right. And then in the middle of all that, my hood sister comes in there and she tells little fake ass Genuine about himself. Moochie, break this scene down. I'll start with you.
All right. So we're going to go back to the picture before what we talking about. I like the strut that they came in. Mm-hmm. I like they walk when they walked in there to Conceited.
Oh yeah.
They was walking into Conceited. I like that.
I did too. That's why I said they was black female superheroes.
Yeah,
the
they
way
had
they
the
were,
theme music.
yeah,
That's what I
the
liked about
wind
that.
blowing. That was a hot scene right there. I admit that.
And the community peen, the community peen, Chris. Why would Ella tells him, I had him, Renee had him, and so from Pilates had him. But then you want to tell her that he's a good lay.
Right.
Well,
she said that. That's why she got intrigued by it. She was like, I'm intrigued.
Well, I mean, here's the problem, ladies. If somebody tell you somebody community P, then he most likely is a good lay. It's up to y'all to have the discipline to stay away from that good lay, because sometimes with that community P, you get a community STD, and you don't want none of them itchy problems. But I mean, go ahead and finish your point, Moochie.
But she says you don't want to meet him. She was like, well, I was busy folding clothes and taking care of my college sweetheart when they was dipping it and doing it, right, Nita? That's how you say it, dipping it and doing it. When they was dipping it and doing it, she was busy playing wifey to a college boyfriend. That's basically what she was doing.
That's what she was doing.
And now when Ella sees her ex Anderson, and he's a nice looking guy.
Yes, he is.
But he's a jerk. I like the fact that Renee jumped in and told her to protect her set. When she did that, I was like, yes, because that's how your girlfriends do when you go out. No, and they should have left together that night. They didn't leave together that night, and that's the part I was mad at. But I know I jumped on the horse. Excuse me.
Give Nita some time to talk about this because this was a whole situation right here. Nita, drop us a line on this whole situation.
It was a mess. It was a mess. Like I said, look, Renee, she didn't change her whole head. She just had a bob. Now she got up and the down. Head down her back, girl. Girl, come on, give. She was giving it. She was giving it.
She was.
And she was, oh my God, did y'all see her on that dance floor?
Oh, I saw her. I saw her. Talk about twerking.
Yes.
It was so funny. It was so funny.
I was just reminiscing.
Yeah. Oh, look. Let me put this back on the screen.
She's dipping it and doing it.
She sure was. She was twerking backwards is what she was doing.
She was dipping it and doing it, wringing her hair around. She was going in.
Yeah, man.
And you know when you see somebody from the back and you know exactly who he is. Now, what it seems like to me is that he might have had a job. I'm going back from Sex and the City when Big left Carrie and he had to go to Paris for a job. And he didn't even consider Carrie. And he was just like, oh, yeah, I'm about to leave the country for a job. And this is what this seems like. This seems like this is what is that whole storyline. She was like, where were you? Or is your phone dropping? And, you know, she was kind of like on that thing, like, all of a sudden you in the country. He was like, yeah, I'm back. That's the same classic thing that happened in Sex and the City with Carrie. And she did reference it later on, talking about he's my babe. But we're going to get there because I'm going to tell you what the girlfriend said to her to knock her out of that thinking pattern.
Yeah, that was like one of them slapper and shaker moments.
Yes, I loved it. I was here for it. But that kiss, baby, now I can see why. That kiss looks something mighty good.
Oh man, damn a kiss. Them panty draws was on fire and wet from jump. Now, when a dude do you greasy like that, here's an issue that us good men have with you women. This dude is a cornball. You already done stated what his issues are. And your homegirl done stepped in. She got a pet nickname for him and all that. But you know what? For whatever the reason, some of y'all like Stockholm Syndrome. Y'all just like keep getting by these busters for we don't know why. When us regular brothers,
we need you for your male point of view.
Right. When us regular smooth brothers who might just be simple teachers, we might be PE teachers, we might be something simple like that. We don't understand why y'all keep giving the fire back to these dudes. And after they do you wrong, all they got to do is run up on you in the club. You tell him no, and then you still let him kiss you. All right? You still let him kiss you. And then y'all want to talk about us men not having discipline. Where the hell is your discipline to discern a good brother from a dirtbag? You know,
she ran off. She's trying to control herself.
Well, that ain't a good example of how you control yourself
trying
either.
to control herself. She ran off.
That is not a good example of how you control yourself. But we're gonna get there. Moochie, as a matter of fact, Moochie keep jumping the horse. I got something for you, Moochie, because you done jumped this horse 300 times in this video.
Look, I get the horse tonight.
You get the horse tonight.
No, sir.
You want a boot heel in it?
No, sir.
Flash that bad look at me again. I'll give you a reason not to like one. Now move, nigga.
Stay off that horse, Moochie. Stay off that horse. All right. So now we understand.
I had to do it because Larry's not here, so I had to do it.
So now that we understand what's going on in the club, they jump to a scene where we find out my man is a professor. And he's teaching folks how to be woke. I was enjoying this. This was a great little scene for me. Larry's always complaining, and the other brothers is always complaining. You make these black shows, and you don't have a positive black male character. And I feel like this brother is a decent black male character, but he's got a couple of flaws. And while he's teaching class, his best student and his girlfriend pops in. And then after the class leave, this is when they get into that discussion about what happened with his daughter and ballet. I'm gonna come to you first, so Mooch, break this scene down for us.
They have like articulate banter back and forth about what he's discussing, and I like stuff like that.
I guarantee
got a good head on her shoulder.
Yep,
she's woke, and that's probably what attracted them two to each other. And I like this.
Okay, all right. Nita the Diva, jump on in there.
I loved it too. I loved it. You know, first of all, he looked a little conceited and arrogant with his picture back there.
He do?
But it's a book. It's not even a book signing. That's right. He's just talking.
Well, but isn't that the cover of his book?
No, he don't have a book.
Oh, he don't have a book? Wait a minute. How Jabari gonna have plagiarized books and this brother ain't got a regular book?
See, I ain't want to mention him.
Okay,
we gotta talk about Keylock, and I ain't want.
Oh my God, Lord. Okay, now, Nita, go ahead, my Lord, Moochie.
Moochie. Air of arrogance on him. I see it. I see it, and even in the way that he's talking, this man thinks he's surprised. You know. Wait
a minute. Wait a minute, Nita. Nobody who's arrogant thinks they're a prize pay their bills late. He didn't pay that girl. He was late with that girl ballet bill. Who?
Overinflated ego. It's like self-importance. Like, yeah, maybe I'm running behind on my bills, but
I'm the S.
Don't nobody know that.
Well, but you know it. He knows it.
He knows it, but the class don't know it.
Don't nobody in his friend circle know it.
See, let me tell y'all about some dudes. Dudes who have these crazy egos, they want to drive super fast cars. At the stoplight, they want to beat you in a race all the time till they run up on that Tesla of mine. They want to go to the GNC and act like they can buy up the whole damn store. They want to take women out and be nervous as hell in their mind because the girl done gone somewhere where he know he really can't pay for it, but he's going to figure out a way to pay for it. So it's hard for me to believe someone who is as arrogant as you are saying would be late to pay this fee because that's part of the psyche. That's part of the I'm the man, I'm the provider, I'm taking care of shit psyche.
Put the image up.
Oh yeah, let me put the image up.
There it is.
So you think he's stuck up?
Yeah,
you think he's full of himself?
You know, he has a couple of degrees. If he's a professor, he has a couple of degrees. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, yes, you are accomplished and all of that stuff. At the same time, I love how they showed this. This was a very important scene. If y'all don't know, this scene was important to show how they banter back and forth and call her a contrarian because she's the only one that can step up to him and battle him in that manner that just kind of turned him on. And I don't think that it wasn't anything that was premeditated, like he was like being a predator or anything. I just think it was a natural attraction, and it just blossomed into what it was. You know what I'm saying? But
and see, here's the thing: it's not even nothing wrong. It's not even nothing wrong if she's an adult, which she is. The that's not an issue. The issue is that he's still your professor. He's the person in power. You have sway over how your grade. You go put it on him just right, you might get straight A's for the whole damn semester, and you ain't do your work.
Or vice. She is, and she taking the daughter to school and stuff.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So
she getting an A and a gold star.
Look, I already done said she put it up and cooked breakfast like he was baby boy and shit. Did you see that? Ham, eggs, bacon, and pancakes, and I'm still hungry.
And sausage.
And sausage. Well, she got the sausage first. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he flipped her butt on top, and she was just like, "Oh yeah, you got the sausage first." Anyway, okay. So let's pick back up on what happened with the club because this gets wild now. So our girl Ella, she's moist from seeing her deadbeat ex. So what does she do to try to overcome those feelings? Jimmy Woo. She takes home Jimmy Woo. Lord have, and they messing around in the cab. They messing around all up in the cab, this, that, and the third. And she's trying to get cab. That's what the guy said. And she's trying to mess with him to, to get the that taste of old fake ass genuine out of her mouth. And then homeboy rolls on top of her and says, "I can't get it up because I got whiskey dick." Moochie, take that one, please. Lord have mercy. Take it.
Brian was the runner-up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what they called it? A rebound. That's a rebound for tonight.
Revenge sex.
And he already wanted her because he went out when they was working together.
He did. Mm-hmm.
But he couldn't even get the ship into the harbor.
No. And bro, let me just tell you fellas something. When you got a girl and you done caught her in a vulnerable moment, even though he didn't know she was vulnerable, you have to think to yourself, I've been chasing this girl. She ain't even let me sniff it. Now all of a sudden at the club, she gonna let me sniff it. You got to be thinking what's going on emotionally. But I digress. No. When you get into the game,
he didn't see that because he was up in the VIP when all of that was going on. Because remember they got turned away from that because they was too mature.
But when these girls let you in the game, when they say get off the bench, we putting LeBron James on the bench, you get in here, young man, bruh, you gotta deliver.
Look, his shot is off. His shot was off. He couldn't get the ship into the harbor. Moochie, he couldn't get the ball into the basket.
Moochie, a penis is not the only instrument of pleasure a man can deliver.
Look, he was not thinking on his feet. Next,
right.
Hello, good night. Get the face in the place. What are we doing?
Look, he couldn't get the ship into the harbor. He didn't want to get no tongue action. He just was like, once she saw the mattress on the floor, she was already turned off. Once he couldn't get it up,
never getting another chance.
No,
never ever gonna get it.
That's it. He ruined it, man. You ruined it, bruh. You got to do better, fellas. Don't let that be your example. I don't care if you got whiskey dick. I don't care if you got Kool-Aid dick. I don't care if you got toothpaste dick. You have other devices at your disposal to handle the woman's orifice.
He had these.
He had all kinds of tricks he could have pulled out. But you know what?
I said the mouth, but I said
Lord have mercy. That was a horrible showing on behalf of us men. Horrible. You ain't represent. But after that whole incident went down, she pulled the clothes back on. She goes over to a homegirl's house who's like the big sister to everybody. And they're having a discussion. And now, Moochie, correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't she supposed to report favorably about Soulja Boy? And instead of reporting favorably about Soulja Boy, she went and she reported this mess right here.
But it was true.
It was true.
And she's trending.
It was true. It was true. It was true. But is her boss going to be okay with that?
Yes, she is, because you know what? They got a lot of clicks from it.
Okay.
Right.
So you think
any news is good. Any news is news.
Right. As long as you get the clicks and views.
Now, how is Soulja Boy going to handle it? You know, what if the boss was trying to get in good with Soldier Boy for whatever the reason, and now you done went and put this out there. You ain't ingratiating yourself with Soldier Boy no more, and whatever uplifting he was going to do for that firm. I think Erica Alexander's character is going to be a little hot about this.
We shall see.
We shall see.
But like I said,
it's called Hot Tea Digest. The magazine she's writing for, the blog. I guess it's a blog.
Yeah.
And I was about to say those stories sound scandalous anyway, and all you want is clicks and views anyway.
Yeah, if we gonna go by like the Shade Room,
right?
These different bloggers, she's in.
Okay.
She probably gonna be like, I ain't like this story, but we got such and such 1,000 views. She's gonna be like, you know what? But next time you need to do this. Right. And when she goes and talks to Sandy, she tells her, "Are we gonna touch on that now?" With her saying that was her big.
Oh Lord, have mercy, Lord, boy, fellas, I don't know how I do this.
That's when I got my confirmation that this was the chocolate Sex in the City.
Chocolate Sex in the City. Here we go. And last but not least, ladies, you had homegirl right here. Who we knew this was gonna happen. She wakes up and is looking at somebody's private as they walking out the bathroom, and it's Mr. Homeboy it's Mr. Community Penis.
Chris.
It's Mr. Community Penis Chris. Nita, go ahead and break this on down. Is this gonna ruin the marriage to the Nigerian prince?
Yes. Yes. Not because of him and who he is. It's because it just gave her a whole nother perspective, because she is accomplished in her own right. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like she really need him, that African king, and he might have all this wealth and all that stuff. But I just think she's going to choose herself and live her life. And, you know, sometimes when you're accomplished, men are just like, oh, that's nice. I can have him, or I can have whatever else I want. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, it's I want you, but I don't need you situation.
Yeah.
But with this, I think she was turned on. She's gonna have a little guilt later. I don't know if she's gonna go back and try this, but she gotta understand he is not commitment. He's not commitment. He's like a hit it and quit it.
But you know what? You know, he may be into her if she curve him and be like, I still gotta marry my African king because you ain't got shit going for you. So he may start to chase her. You know, like men, they'll chase something that they know that they can't get. But if you turn them off, you like say no, they might want to chase you. So if she's still chasing after this African, then he may turn around and not be community ping no more and try to chase her. So
I would tend to agree with you, Nita, but here's the problem. Half of the thrill of the chase has already been conquered. He done got the panty draws. Now, if she would have strung this out, I could see him giving her chase. And then when you finally give him a little taste, he might want to come back for some more. But she done gave it up on the first meeting. This might be a wrap for him. Unless, like you said, she's a boss chick. And he looked like he's just a community dick brother. Ain't got nothing going for himself. Yeah. Unless she's going to be like kind of taking care of him, because we are living in a day and age where women do take care of these buster ass men. Us good brothers can't figure it out, but it happens. And because he's laying down that good community P to her, she might be sliding in, letting him drive her car, dropping her off at work, or dropping her off wherever she need to go at until she gets married to Nigerian prince. And
I don't see her going that far with it.
Okay.
I don't see her going that far with it for the simple fact is her girlfriend's just gonna shake her and tell her slip is showing, and what are you doing? Like it's gonna be like, what are you doing, Whitney?
Well, good luck, community P. We enjoyed you while you was here.
So y'all think you think she gonna hit it again, Lamont?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm still developing how deep these characters
You're still trying
are.
to fill them out, right?
Yeah, I'm still filling them out. Right now, she just seems like she just wants to relive that wild era that she missed because she was committed to someone in college. So I think that she might be like this. I done had community P. Let me go find me some other P's to spin on and enjoy before I get married. That's what it looks like.
She basically want to sit and spin.
Yeah, you know, ain't nothing wrong with being a doorknob until you commit it. And then you can do it then too if somebody's willing to let you do it.
Now, I say this. I think that she might hit it again.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that her girlfriends is gonna be like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Right. She laid down that night. I think she was going for round 2, but I don't think she's gonna do it after that.
I think she was only reason why she was open was because Ella said how good he was. So she basically wanted to see like somebody saying this peanut butter tastes good. Okay, let me try it.
But wasn't he buying her drinks before Ella walked over there and
and that's when she was like, you do know who that is.
Mm-hmm. So it sounds to me like, you know, them underwears was on wet and on fire in the first place. And he just happened to be the what can I say, the most blessed idiot standing there that can afford a drink. Because it's amazing to me how some people can afford drinks in the club, and then when it's time to leave the club, you can't afford a Happy Meal at McDonald's. But you know, hey.
Well, we don't know if he's broke. She just said he was community peen.
The priority.
I mean, basically, you class. I still say, well, he is an F boy, but you know,
yeah.
It is what it is.
Thank you.
Community peen. He's an F boy.
Thank you.
I ain't want to say word. You know, when I say F boy, y'all know what I'm talking about.
And he done got and listen to what this brother can say. He can say, I done got all 4 of these girlfriends. All 3 of these girlfriends that hang together. He done got all 3 of them. Only one more to go. And then his whole entire conquest will be fulfilled. And that's not a good thing to say. I mean, you and Nita are friends. How would y'all feel if y'all know that the same dude?
Limits. That's off limits.
Community P is not off limits, boo.
It's community P. It's community D. Moochie.
They'll be like, that's nobody but so and so. Yeah, but okay. I mean, if she hit it, she hit it. I mean, but
so Zaya Latrice is saying Zaya Latrice thinks that he's got money because he had a nice apartment in NY. Was that his apartment or hers?
That was his apartment, because remember her apartment was like really nice.
Yeah.
And so he was like he living like got a loft situation going on.
She is a whole fiance. She would not bring nobody to her apartment.
Right.
Nah, she looks like she got a spot where she got a doorman and everything. So he's not coming there.
Oh, she living in the Trump Plaza, huh?
Yeah, I'm just looking at like where it's places here in New York where they got doormen, but it's they nice places, but they don't have to be in the city.
Oh, okay.
She probably live in a spot where like she got a doorman. Where can I buzz you up? Like one of those things.
Well, what I want to know is, can you get Airbnb in those places? Huh? Can I Airbnb a place with a doorman so I can look like I'm big balling and shot calling? That's what I want to know, because I'd be type.
I don't know. You probably could do a loft though, because they be doing that now. I heard.
Okay. So overall, I want to come to both of you ladies, and Nita, I'll come to you first. Rating this first episode from 0 to 10, 10 being best, 0 being horrible. How would you rate this first episode?
I would definitely give this episode a 7. I would give it a 7 because I think they really did a good job with setting everybody up, but leaving a little mystery as to, like, we never saw Renee's husband. We never saw the engaged African king. We do know about Ella and Shandy. whatever, the woke girl, we know most of their backstory.
Right.
So I think they touched on them the most. And those are the two I like the most. No, wait a minute.
I like Renee.
Yeah, I like Renee and Shandy. Ella is a close third between the two. But yeah, I do like Renee and Shandy. But just off of personality, like I really if y'all know how I talk, I gel with Shandy. I'm one of those people that I think about other things. I'm not just like caught up in the whole white supremacy and what we're doing in this society. I think about other things. But Renee, she connects to my hood girl. I love it. I love to see it. That's the one you always want to go to the party with. Yes. And she reminds me of, is she? No, she's married, so she can't be Samantha. Okay, I'm not going to keep it too long-winded. But the other two girls, I'm interested in seeing because they set up enough that I want to see more.
Yeah, I agree.
I had like a little sex analogy equation too, with who equals who, with it too. My overall show, I liked it, but I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No,
you're good. Yeah.
I gave it an 8 though.
You gave it an 8?
Yes, because I like the music from the moment the opening credits. I like the music where it drew me in. You saw Mona Scott's little cameo.
Mm-hmm.
It reminded me of New York back in the day. I was telling Nita like how they had the clubs back in the day where when you go in there, it's like a living room setting, and each section would have like it looks like a living room. Okay. So it just reminded me of going out back in the day. So I had a little nostalgia with it, and I really enjoyed it. As far as the characters that I like the best is Renee. I like Ella. I'm kind of I like all of them so far except for Whitney. Is kind of like I'm kind of trying to feel her out. I need to know a little bit more about her because I feel like she's not ready to get married.
No, and that would be my estimation from a male's perspective. I give it a 7. I was intrigued. I wasn't blown away, but I was intrigued enough with these various storylines they have going for each woman that I kind of want to see where they go with it. I did like the whole them coming in and they gave these girls superhero music. You know, I enjoyed all the way they walked in. I enjoyed all the eye candy. I enjoyed the banter. And I like that each sister is professional. They're doing it. And the only one I don't like is the same one Moochie don't like, which is this chick right here. And that's just because I don't know enough about her other than she never got to sow her royal oats, so to speak. She never got a chance to get that knob spun the way she wants to. And for all we know, just because that part of her life is chaotic doesn't mean that the rest of her life ain't good. I mean, for all we know, the rest of her life could be good. I would assume it is because whatever she does, she's doing it well, professionally. And, you know, maybe she needs to get that part fixed before she gets married or whatever. But I'm intrigued enough that I'll keep going for some more episodes. So I'll rate this one as a good 7. And let's see where they go with it from beyond this point. So if y'all want to come back next week and do another review, even though next week is going to be busy, The Chi, Godfather of Harlem, and this.
Can I be on this show?
And we doing polls too. Go ahead.
Yeah, of course you can be on this show. Of course. Well, I just got to figure out what's going to be the best time for us to go live with it. And trying to, because everything come on Sunday night. Everything. All these shows come on Sunday.
Don't The Chi release at midnight the day?
I think it does. And if I'm not mistaken, doesn't this release midnight on Sunday too?
Yes, it does.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So The Chi, the Godfather of Harlem, they all release at midnight.
I want to.
So I think we could do it, y'all. I think we could do it. I think we could. If you want to come on Sunday, we could do it.
Okay. I might do this show Sunday live. You know, maybe we come up here 9:00 Sunday live on this show. Okay. And Crystal wants to do The Chi. So what I'm gonna probably wind up doing is just.
I thought she was gonna come tonight with this. because it's a woman's show.
She's just getting a feel for this. She's just getting her feet wet. She might want to take my place on this, but right now she's just getting her feet wet. She wasn't blown away by the first episode. She liked it, but she wasn't blown away by it.
Now, are they in their 30s?
That's a good question.
Because she said a comment about I used to this in my 20s, so I'm assuming that they're in their 30s,
mid-30s, I think.
Yeah.
Right. We'll see.
I want to address Zia in the chat. She was saying that she didn't like the whole phase that they were doing, and a lot of times, like if you remember back with Insecure,
it wasn't as bad as that one.
I know is what
that one I was kind of like,
right, but what I'm saying is that you cannot start your people as superheroes because you don't have nowhere to go. You have to have a character arc in order to go someplace. So you want to see these people grow. So you got to see them in all their mess and
you know what? I gotta disagree with that one, Nita, because Barack Obama was a superhero, and we don't know no mess on him. And his story arc kept rising. And this is reality TV with Barack Obama. I think that what you could have done, you could have had the girl start out as a superhero, then take a tumble from grace, and then come back up. You could do it like that.
Who knows? They might do it like that.
Most women and most people don't operate like that. You don't be in your 30s and be a superhero. You still learning. Like if you want to make it realistic, then that, but yeah, we could but I feel like put something to reality, put something to that people can relate to, and you can see the character growth. And
it could be that they're giving you 4 different perspectives of people's real life anyway. You got homegirl who went back to her ex. Well, let me rephrase. She didn't go back to him. She had a moment of weakness, and to overcome that, she tried to get it off with homeboy that she knew. You had this girl who's trying to go through the quote unquote whole phase in her late 30s, but then you had the homegirl who's like she's the goody grandma for the group. You know, the one they come to when they need big sister advice, the one who's probably the designated driver. And then you got the hood
pocketbook girl.
Yeah.
Hold my bag, I'm going to dance.
Right.
That's the pocketbook girl. You be like, hold my bag, I'm going to dance and watch my drink.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I've had enough of these women. My head is spinning right now, just spinning around.
But we needed your point of view, and we thank you for letting us do this review.
Of course. What am I going to say? No.
It is your channel.
That's
maybe you'll be on one of our channels.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pop in on y'all and see what we can make happen. But ladies and gentlemen, tentatively, we're gonna plan to be back Sunday at 9:00 to review this show. What's up, Alex? Oh, by the way, Alex, I want to send a special thank you and congratulations to my boy Alex. Graduating high school, ladies and gentlemen. My brother, congrats. And always know, as you're going through this thing called life, no matter where you're graduating, whether it's college, a master's degree, a PhD, or a doctorate, learning is a lifelong process. It ain't just about what you learned in school. America is dynamic. The work world is dynamic. You will always be constantly having to learn new skills. Keep that in mind, my brother, and I'm always here for you. But congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yep. And
Steven, I'm sorry, go ahead.
What's Steve talking about?
He said he wants to talk about City on the Hill. We talking about that because I want to talk about it. And I want to talk about it. At least I want to try to get everything together. So I got screenshots and everything so we could talk about I want to talk about the finale season. And I don't know if you guys saw, huh?
It's the finale already?
Yeah, it was only 8 episodes.
Only 8.
Wow, okay.
It was good though. I wish more people would have watched it. I hope when it comes back they watch it. And I'm gonna have a little segment of hidden gems with shows that I want to talk about hidden gem shows that if you missed it, if you have the app, you can go back and catch up and watch.
Mm-hmm. Y'all be sure to subscribe to both of these ladies' channel. Link is in description, and they're also on my related channels page. We'll be back tomorrow, back with the fellas, me, Larry, and whoever else decides to show up tomorrow at 9 p.m. We will be back with these wonderful ladies Sunday around 9 to review this show again. And that's going to do it for this video. Don't forget to like the video, comment, subscribe. But more importantly, because I feel like people just be overlooking this mission that we try to do on my station, share my videos, man. There is no reason why I shouldn't be growing just as quickly as some of these other Pop-Tarts on YouTube who don't have quite as diverse content, aren't trying to make big moves, and certainly don't give back to you guys the way I do. So if you would, please share the video, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Later.
Later. Oh, yeah.